Welcome to another video from DIY Daily. Just put together a full step-by-step guide just showing you how to replace the inner door handle on this 2016 Ford Ranger. That's quite a common issue with these. They're quite a flimsy handle, and the usual bit that goes is a little bracket piece at the top. Just try and open it, you can just sort of see in the gap there where it's broken off. Now I'll put a link, we've got a new genuine Ford handle, comes with a little pin just to fit it as well, which slides through the back there. I'll put a link in the description below to the handle where you can get it from, and I'll put a link to all the tools that we're using as well. And the first thing we're going to use is just one of these little plastic prying tools that we've got. We're just basically going to need to pry this speaker cover bit out of the way. There's two clips holding that on. If you just work your way around it, sometimes you can just do it with your hands. We'll just pop that piece off to start with. That's the little cover out of the way, and just show you once you've got it off, there's just a little connector in there, and on the connector is just simply a little tab you just need to press in to pop it off, that's all. But you can just see we've got the two clips there. Now that's out of the way, next thing we're going to do is just remove this sort of cover from here. Again, you use the plastic prying tool for that. There are just a couple of little gaps that you can just sort of get in. You can just see where the light is there. You just need to be a bit careful with that, but there is a bit wider gap there. Again, you can just get your tool in there. Again, if you might be able to just get it with your hands, but there is quite a few clips on here. I'll show you once we've got it off, but we'll just work that off with the tool. Pop that off next. Just so you've got that off now, and see how many clips there is there. Once you've got a little bit of the way off, you'll just find that it's a little bit easier. Just get your hands behind it. Just don't be too rough, just pulling it too sharp one way. Just try and pull it directly out, and you should get it out okay. Now that the trim's out of the way, the next job, we're just going to need a Phillips screwdriver. We've just got 4 Phillipses to undo. You just see one in there, another one in there, and then right at the bottom of the door card, we've just got 2 along there as well. So we'll just get them 4 Phillipses out and run you on to the next step. So 4 screws are out. I just use a little magnet just to get the top 2 just out. It's just they're quite far in, and if you leave them in, sometimes when you're pulling the trim off, the screws rattle out and you might lose them. So if you've got a little magnet, it's always just nice just to use it quickly, just to grab hold of them. Obviously your bottom ones you can get quite easily. So now that them screws are out, the next thing we're going to need to do is just a little backing plate just at the back here behind the handle. I'm just going to use like a little flat bladed screwdriver, and you just need to get in, sort of just tuck in behind it. Sometimes this top corner is not a bad place there, and just flick that little plate out, and that'll reveal a little torque screw behind that. So we'll just get the cover off quick. And just got the screwdriver, just tucked it in that corner there, and just flicked it out. Now that's out of the way, you can just see little Torx headed screw there. Just going to want a T20 screwdriver for that one. So at this stage now, all the screws and fixings are out. We're ready to pop the door card off. The door card's got loads of clips holding it on, and the best way I found to do it, I'll use the plastic prying tool to start with, just to get 1 or 2 out. And once you've got a couple out, you can get your hands behind it quite easily. Pop it off all the way around the bottom, but the top of the door always actually hooks on. So now, just before, I forgot to say earlier on, but you always really want to drop your window down before doing this as well. So I'm just going to drop the window down now, pop that off. There are going to be a couple of clips. I'll just get the door card off and out of the way, and then hopefully I can just show you them quite well. There's a light in the top here. Obviously there's going to be an electrical connector feeding that, and the switch is there. We're going to have a connector down there for the window switch as well. So once we get that out of the way, I'll just try and show you. And then there's a cable that connects to the back of the handle, which we're going to have to pop off as well. But we'll just get the door card popped off and then show you that after. So we've got the door cards all sort of loose at the bottom now. You do have to just be a little bit careful, but it does take a bit of tugging just to get it off. Now one of the clips has come off. It's quite common, but we should be able to just slide that in once we've got the door handle off. And an old piece of the broken handle's just dropped out the bottom there as well. So You can just see the inner piece of the door handle here. We need to get that out. There is just a little tab on it, but you can just simply flick that out. Just a little locking tab there. But you can really, it doesn't take much to just pull it at all, just gently pry it, and that will pop off at the handle. And we've just got the little electrical connectors to get off. You can just see we've just got two, this same bit of wiring loom just into here to unhook or unclip on that side. Now that we've got them off, you can just see there's two connectors in there, and a little clip for the wiring harness as well. The little white one was just a little bit tight there, just needed to use a flat bladed screwdriver to pop that off. But now that that's off, I'm just left with two more connectors. Just got one just here, just for the light again there, and then another one just for the window switch there as well. So we're just going to get them two off, then we can get the door card out of the way. I was just showing them two connectors. This white one was the same as the other one, just a little bit tight. So I had to pry the plastic back on the other piece, just work it out gently. And on this connector, there is just a little tab there. And just focus on it. You just need to simply press that tab in there, and then you can release it. So it is a little bit tight to get in on. It's not too bad. Just a little flat bladed screwdriver tends to work okay. And once you've popped it in, you can just work it out. We've just laid the panel down on a nice flat surface now. Next thing we need to do is actually get the handle out. Obviously this is on the back of the panel. We can just see where the handle goes through. This is a little pin shaft through there. It actually comes through from this bottom side. And if you just look at it, you can just see it's actually just sort of stopped by a bit of plastic there. We're going to need to pry that down in a minute just to pop the pin out. But the pin goes through. And just something you need to be careful of. It's not too bad because it's not like a loaded spring. It does just sit in a position. It's not actually sprung where it is in its sort of closed position. So, but if you just see, part of the spring just sits in on a little piece on the back of the handle, which is just in that little groove just on there. So, the next thing we're going to need to do now, and just the locking pin as well. If you just look at it towards the top, there is like a little recessed ridge, and that's actually to lock the pin clip into place. But all we're going to do is just use a flat bladed screwdriver. It's like a medium sized one, and just get in there and you can just flick in at the back of it and just pop it out. Obviously we're replacing the pin, so it doesn't matter about damaging the old one. You can just see there's a bit of flex there to get it up and past this bit of trim there. So we'll just have a go at that now. As we pop the pin out, we'll pull the pin out slowly, just keep hold of the handle, and then we'll just drop the handle down at the bottom and just get ready to swap it over. Yes, and just see it's a little bit tight to get it out. The best way I sort of found to do it in the end was just, if you put the flat bladed screwdriver in at the top first, just pry it just to pop it and just pop that little retaining bit back. And then if you go in at the bottom, so that you're sort of pushing the bottom down, then you'll be able to hook and pull it out. You can just see it's sort of loose now. And all we're going to do now is just pull that out, pull it through, and then just drop the handle out of the bottom. You see the spring's going to drop loose there, but we'll just make sure that sort of stays in the same position so we know where it drops in, that's all. You can just see that just stays there. That little side of the spring there retains in that, and that little section just has a little area. You can't really go wrong, but where it sits actually locates in there. So we're just going to swap everything over to the new handle now. If you look at the handle, you can see where this section here is broken off it compared to that one. So we'll just swap that over now. Just swap the spring into it first. That's easier to put the handle in and just drop the spring in afterwards. Now, so just fed the pin through. You just have to sort of wiggle the pin a little bit, the spring, sorry, as you're doing it. Just haven't fully pushed it home, but as you just send it home, you should hear like a little click noise. You just hear that, just as it clicks and locks into place. So now that that's done, we can just turn it over and just check the handle quick, just make sure it's springing okay. You see, we've got it on, so it's got the protective tape on it at the minute. it's all springing nicely now. So that's everything all in, all fitted okay. All we're going to do now is just take it back over and just refit everything exactly as we took it apart. I'll speed through this section, but just run you through anything that we need to while putting it back together. But yeah, if anyone had the same problem, thought I'd put the video together in case it helped. And if you want to check out any of the parts used or the tools, just have a look in the description below as well. So, but yeah, we'll just crack on now, get it back together. Right, so at this stage now, everything's back together. Last thing you want to do, just before shutting the windows, well, it's probably worth doing it, but obviously just dry the windows, make sure the door's working from the outside on inside. Just obviously check all the switches and just check your lights are on as well, and you can just check your speakers working as well. So, but yeah, hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check out links in the description below if you're interested in any of the parts or tools used as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.